Difference.
Definition, an easy definition of insanity. It's doing the same thing over and over again, but each time thinking you're going to get a different result. Okay. So, first part, everybody here sitting on the floor, you are saying you want to compete, yes? So make the commitment, raise your hand.
This is interactive, guys.
Okay. So the first part is you have to make the commitment. Because once you say, I want to compete, you no longer get to do things the way you used to. Because if you do things the way you used to, and you think you're going to get better results by just training that way, you're insane. Okay? Because you can't just do the same things over and over again and think you're going to get a better result. So when you come into class and you're not pushing that hard, what do you think the result's going to be? Probably not very good. Okay? And then when you come into another class and you go, I want to get better, but you don't actually try harder, what do you think the result's going to be? Right. What's the definition of insanity? It's doing the same things, but thinking magically you're going to get a different result this time. Okay? So right off the bat, the moment you raised your hand and said, I would like to compete, okay, then what you're saying is that I am willing to work to a higher standard than everyone else because I have a higher expectation than everyone else. Correct? So now, what happens if we say the words but don't do the action? Then that means something's lying. Either you didn't mean the words or you're not willing to do the work. But either way, the words and the action have to go together. If you say, I want to compete, then it comes with a higher expectation of working harder and working smarter and working better. But you don't get to say the words and then do the same thing over and over again and come in and not do the work and not push harder and not try to get better and then say, I'm supposed to be better, but I'm not. Correct?
So, what's the purpose of competition, guys? What do you think the purpose of competition is? Yes?
To get better and have fun.
To get better and have fun. Absolutely. Absolutely, 100%.
Now, in my world, what's the best way to have fun? Winning.
Winning is way more fun
Winning.
than losing.
Winning.
Way more fun than losing.
Don't get me wrong, I have fun competing, but if you were to ask me right after I lost, how much fun am I having? And then ask me, how much fun am I having after I won? Two different levels of fun.
True story.
Way different level of fun.
Yes. This is way better. So, having fun and getting better. Okay, also, it gives you a purpose to your training, right? Otherwise, you're training for self-defense, you're training to improve your overall health, you're training to improve your mental discipline, but those are very vague things. When you're training for competition, you have a shiny medal at the end of it, right? That's the ultimate goal, right? Is to get that win. So it gives you purpose to your training. It maybe gives you a little bit more incentive to train a little harder, to get a little better, to work a little faster.
Well, the best part is, okay, many people say, I'm training for self-defense. How many times have I ever had to actually defend myself? So when you compete, now I have a day. I have a date, I have a time, I have an opponent. I have no more excuses. You're either going to get better for that day or you're not. Okay? If you choose to slack off, if I have 4 weeks to get better for that competition and you choose to play video games through most of it, or you choose to go, today I'm not going to work that hard in class, that day still comes. And on that day, you will either answer the question, did I do the work or not? Now, doing the work never guarantees a win. It never does. But the one thing it does guarantee is that when I step out there to compete, I feel way better about myself and everything when I know I did the work, even though I still lost. But after the loss, when you're like, yep, out of 4 weeks, I dogged it for 3, didn't eat very well, I didn't really train very well. That's not my coach's fault, that's not my teammates' fault, that's my fault. Correct? Because once you make that commitment to compete, there is a deadline. It's like in school. You have an assignment due, you have an essay that's got to be due next Friday. Are you doing the work right now? You better be, because if you're going to do it the way I did and wait to the last second and bang out that essay in the last day or so, okay, you have wasted time. Which means you said the words, I want to be better. Was that a lie? Because if the words are true, then you work now. If you're lying to yourself and lying to everybody else around you, you kind of do the work, and then you kind of just, whatever happens, happens. The words and the actions have to match. Yes?
So parents, what do you think your kids are going to get out of this, out of competing, versus just training? Confidence, 100%.
Maybe. No, I'm serious. Maybe. Okay? You're going out there, forgive my French, somebody's going to hand you your ass. Okay? If you trained for it, you might gain confidence. If you didn't and you get smashed, you walk away from it going, competition sucks, what am I doing? There's a difference.
So some of the other things your kid is going to gain, they're going to learn how to lose and come back from that loss stronger. They're gonna learn how to lose. They're gonna learn how to lose respectfully, how to come back stronger, how to do hard things and not quit. They're gonna learn how to win and be gracious in that win. They're gonna learn how to modulate that ego in a competitive setting. They could be the best kid on the mat, but if their ego gets so gigantic, they whoop it up on people. There's a difference between confidence and cocky. Okay, competition helps to kind of modulate that a little bit.
There's also gym warriors
Yes,
that absolutely do not do well in competition.
yes, true story. They could be amazing in here every day, but they get in the competition and they're like,
They freeze. Now this gives you an indication though. If we ever say that this is about self-defense and things of that nature, what happens when a real threat presents itself? What you'll see in competition is probably closer to the way they'll react in that real life scenario.
because they get that adrenaline hit,
They get
they
stressed.
get the flutters, they get stressed, they're under stress. So things that competition's gonna give your kid that regular class doesn't give them. Okay? It can definitely increase their confidence.
100%.
It can definitely teach them how to do hard things. Preparation teaches them that things that you want take work. You're not just going to step out on the mat with no preparation and have a good outcome. It's just not going to happen. That'd be like super rare, but it doesn't usually happen. Usually the work that's put in, you see it in the results that they get through competition. Questions on that so far? Just talking about our whys, so you guys understand why you're jumping into this. Yes. What's your question, buddy? Oh, of the medals?
Yeah.
So each medal is
up
it's
there?
different.
The squares are better.
The squares are way better. Yeah.
Yeah.
True story. Yeah. I don't think any of the circle. Yeah. No, all the
No,
squares are
squares
better.
Up there.
the big squares are better for sure. The gold ones are the best ones. Those ones are pretty good too. That's different though. Those are mostly fights. You guys are talking about competing jiu-jitsu right now. We're going to talk all about competing jiu-jitsu today.
No.
Yeah, most of those are grown-up belts.
Now, biggest part is though, when you go to competition, one, like we said, I don't care how hard you train, I don't care how much you train, it never guarantees the win.
Yes.
Because guess what your opponent's doing as well? They're training, they're trying to get better, they're working to try to also win that match and get that medal. Okay? But the one part I can guarantee you is that those who do the work
Have better chance.
tend to do better than those who don't.
Correct.
Okay? That's just pure and simple. Those who do the work tend to do better than those that don't. You go to school, those that do the work to turn in their homework assignments, do their tests, show up for class, tend to get better grades than those who don't. There's always the anomaly. That was me. I tested well, and I always did well, but I never did my stuff, not like I should. Okay? But that's the part we always have to look into this. You're gonna make an investment to train harder, to push further than the most. Because when the time comes, I want to win those matches. But ultimately, at the end of the day, that medal that sits up there on the wall, or on your trophy shelf, or whatever, okay? Do you know what my favorite medal is? Third place. It's not first. Because the one that I earned the hardest, I have gold medals, I did 1 match. I have a bronze medal, I did 15 matches to earn bronze. I hold that bronze medal in way higher regard than most of my gold medals. Simply because I know what I did to earn it. Right? So you can't sit there. The medals are great, the medals are awesome.
Chris.
But the work that you're gonna do, how hard you work for it, the more you do for it, it changes the way you feel. It absolutely does.
So, the ultimate goal is to win matches, yes? Now, we will be prouder of you guys for showing good sportsmanship than we will in the win.
I have 2 requirements. Fight hard
And be a good sport.
and be a good sport. If we do those 2 things, 1, fight hard, we can work with people who want to try.
Correct.
I cannot work with people that don't want to work,
Or have a bad attitude.
right? Just showing up is not enough.
Correct.
You got to do the work. And that's, the work is how we determine how we get better.
Yeah.
Okay? But those who just show up and don't do the work, okay, nobody can make you better, because that's on you. You got to show up, you got to do the work. You have to be willing to put yourself out there and try hard, even though you might lose.
Sportsmanship rules for the kids. We're gonna talk about the kids first, and then we're gonna talk about the parents, because you have a role, you have a really important role in this whole thing. You guys can't compete effectively if your parents are not on board, right? They can't support you if you guys are not on board. It's a team effort. This is an individual sport, but is it really? There's a whole team that goes into you guys being successful. So on your end, guys, okay, no foul language. No. No foul language, all right? He knows.
Well, now, and foul language, I mean, yeah, it includes cursing, but foul language also includes going out and going, oh, that kid sucks.
Yeah.
Okay? We don't do that. Put your shirt up, please. Put your shirt up, please. We don't do that. That to us is also foul language. That is bad sportsmanship. Win or lose, you shut your mouth, you shake your opponent's hand. If you have private conversations away from everybody else, I don't care what you say. But
While
when
you are on
you
that
are in public, while you are in earshot of anybody else on that floor, okay, you don't say a bad thing about any. Period.
You guys are wearing, hopefully gonna be wearing our logos on the competition now. You are representing us. You're representing us as coaches, you're representing your team, you're representing your parents, and you're representing yourself. So there is bigger things at stake. So when we go to tournaments, we see a lot of the same referees.
Always.
We see a lot of the same coaches.
Always.
We see a lot of the same teams.
Always.
Do you know what our reputation is currently? We have a very good reputation in the competition realm. We are good sports. We are hard competitors. We show up. We do our jobs. We're respectful. The referees like us. So when they see that logo on your chest, they're like, oh, cool, it's a Dark Wolf kid. I'm not going to have any hassle from their parents.
Or when they see your
I'm not going to have any
registration
hassle.
comes up on the board, says
Right.
Noah.
Dark Wolf MMA. Do you think that helps us in getting good calls from the referees? 1000%. Trust me on this.
When we have issues and we need to go to the organization and say, hey, can you help me out? They're mostly willing to help us out. Because we have that reputation.
Correct.
When you have that bad reputation, they're like, rules are rules.
Yeah.
No
You're less
exceptions.
likely, I've seen teams that don't have as good a reputation not get the allowances that we can get with our good reputation. So, I know it's a little hard for you guys to understand. Your parents will understand it when they see it, right? You've seen it, yes. We get some allowances. We get a lot more flexibility in divisions and calls. They're more willing to listen to us because we're not jerks.
Well, I'm a jerk.
All right, so you're gonna always shake the referee's hand. Who's first to shake the referee's hands? You guys are, right?
Should be.
Should always be you. You should be the first one out there to shake the referee's hand. We're gonna go over our mock matches today. We're gonna talk about where you line up, when you come out, and what you do. You guys should always be first. Yes? Yes? This is interactive. Yes?
Yes.
Who's first? Who?
Us.
Who?
Us.
Thank you. Okay, you're gonna shake the referee's hand. You're gonna shake your opponent's hand. I don't care if you've gone to this kid 15 times and he's always a jerk.
I don't care.
I don't care. You will shake their hand every time before a match.
Okay? When the match is over, who will shake their opponent's hand?
Who?
Us.
Who will shake the ref's hand?
Us.
Who will go over and shake their coach's hand?
Us.
Yeah, you always go to the opponent's coach. Whoever's sitting in that chair, because they'll have two coaches' chairs. Whoever's sitting in that chair, you will go right up to them after and shake their hand. I don't care how you feel about the match. Understood, yes? You can be upset. That's normal. Being upset in a loss is normal. That's normal feelings. But we're not going to present that on the mat. If you want to go back up into the stands later and complain about the calls, the referees' decisions, or whatever, that's fine. But we're not doing that on the mat. One, it shows weakness to your opponent.
That's like, I prefer to do that where it's private.
Yes.
When you're in the stands, and again, we've done this, we went to tournaments, okay, we won. Then we're standing in line at a concession stand, and the people in front of us are complaining about a match. It was our match. I'm standing right
I'm
behind
standing
them.
there going,
And I hear this come out of their mouth. If we ever face that kid again, this time break his arm instead of letting him out of that arm bar.
yeah, that was not cool.
Okay?
That was not our parents. That was our
We
opponents.
do not run our mouth around other people. Pure and simple.
Yeah.
If we don't like the call, if we don't like the match, if we don't like the kid, whatever, again, and you're talking about that in private, okay, that's different. Guaranteed, I'm not the only one that heard it. Everyone in that concession line heard it.
Yes.
Okay? That, everybody there is now looking and going, huh, I'm looking at it going the same thing. I'm going, one, if I ever face you or your team again, okay, I'm going to be one, watching out for you, make sure that you're not pulling off any kind of shenanigans. And two, there's a good likelihood if Noah's going up against him with things of that nature, I'm going to go, Noah, if you get the opportunity, I'm not telling you to hurt them, but I'm just saying, watch your back, and when you go against them, you go hard, because that's the way they're going to bring it to you. I know this because I already heard it. Okay? I'm not ever willingly going to go into a match and go, yeah, it's okay for you to hurt one of our students or one of our people. That's not acceptable. And we never go into a match with that kind of attitude either. But at the same time, when I know that these people already ran their mouth, and other people know it as well, okay, I go into it knowing we're not playing a game right now. Like, I am going to keep myself safe. As a coach, I'm going to be looking out. I may tap for you in the middle of the match if I think that the other kid is being an a-hole.
Yeah. Because our job, our number one job and the ref's number job is your kid's safe. 100%. Outcome of the match is secondary.
And again, couple of rules that we typically have. We don't celebrate on the mats, okay? And we don't sulk on the mats. Okay? Like I said, we cry in private, we celebrate in private. Okay? Unless it's the finals. Okay? If it's the finals and you win your last match, a little celebration is okay.
Yeah, you're not spiking your mouthpiece,
But-
doing the funky chicken dance and all
But
of
what,
that.
what are we celebrating when you still got 4 more matches to go?
Exactly. You just got to conserve that energy. You got time to go. But the finals, if you want to go,
It's your last one.
that's fine. Absolutely, that's okay. But you're not going to be. I mean, I've seen some pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Backflips.
And then he loses the next round.
Same thing in a loss. We are not throwing a fit on the mats.
No.
We are not arguing with the ref.
So we cry in private.
We do not argue with the referees. Whose job is it to discuss any issues with referees? We are the only ones.
Now the first part, in the 30 years I've been doing this, I can count probably on one hand how many times I've ever seen a ref change a call
True story.
because of your opinion. That's 30 years worth of matches. If anything, they double down.
Yeah. True story.
Yeah, if anything, they double down. And the more belligerent people become, the more they double down.
Yeah.
And then it affects our next match. If we ever have that ref, or you gotta think refs talk,
Yes.
you know. But yeah, in 30 years, I've only seen refs overturn their call probably less than 5 times because of somebody getting in their face to change it. I mean, it's that uncommon.
And if you're doing IBJJF, you're not allowed to talk to the refs at all. The refs are only allowed to say 5 words. Combate, which means go. Paro, which means pause. Luch, which means fight.
Falto.
Volto, which means you got a penalty. What else? What am I
Oh,
missing?
you said 5.
Match. Paro. Luch. Volto. I thought there was one more.
No.
Anyways, everything else is hand signals. And they do that because they do not want you engaging with the referee at all. Everything else is hand signals.
Now, in most tournaments, okay, when do you think the match is over? When the opponent taps? Okay? So the opponent taps out, and then you go and do something stupid. What happens? Right, match is not over. Okay? They come out, they raise your hand. Bless you. And before you leave the mat, you go do something really stupid.
Dave almost got 2 penalty points celebrating after.
They didn't raise my hand yet.
They haven't raised your hand yet. Yeah.
But even after your hand is raised, while you are still on those mats, that match is not over. If you go do something really dumb,
They can still
really
disqualify
stupid,
you.
They can disqualify you.
Yes.
Take that win away from you.
Yes.
So, yes, tapping them out is a way to win. Yes, getting your hand raised is a way to win. But that's why I say, we don't do anything unless it's in private. Because until you leave that match could be overturned because of your attitude or your behavior. Even after your hand was raised.
All right. Parents. Your turn. No foul language. Pretty easy, right? You think it is till you're in the heat of the moment.
Well, the one thing is, you'll get to the tournament and you'll see that parent.
Oh yeah, you'll see them.
Don't be that parent.
No.
They are.
No, you guys are not allowed to argue with the ref. Do not talk to the referees. If you have a concern, you can ask one of us, and because we know the rules inside and out. We have to go through seminars and take tests on it and everything like that.
And we compete a lot.
And the rules can be very complicated. So if you have a concern, you're like, I don't understand what this call was. We can either explain it to you, or we can go, okay, let me go see if I can talk to the ref. If it's indicated, that's going to be pretty rare. So you guys are not allowed to talk to the referees. If you're upset about something, please come to us, because then we can address it if it's needed to be addressed, or we can explain it to you, so you're maybe not as upset about it. Trust me, if you get in the heat of it, I promise you, you're going to be excited. It gets a little amped.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Well, like I said, when you go to the tournaments, you'll see that parent.
Yeah.
Parents.
don't engage with the opposing coaches. If the coach is out of line, we will address it with the referee and let the referee address it with the coach. I had a parent almost get in a fight with a coach. I had to ask that parent not too gently to leave. Because he was trying to fight the opposing coach because of a call that happened with his daughter. It was the whole thing. Don't make me have that conversation with y'all. It doesn't make anybody happy. Do not yell at the other kid. They're kids. If a kid is getting out of line, we're going to discuss that with the referee, or the referee should be handling it. And we may discuss it with the other coach in a civil manner, the way it needs to be addressed. It's going to be tempting, I promise you. It's going to be tempting, y'all. Don't do it. Y'all.
All right. You can take this with you.
I know, I feel like you're going.
Miss Melissa, can I say something on
Yo,
that?
go for it.
So, I know it's an emotional standpoint for the parents, but I've met very cool people
Yes.
being an opposing person to
Oh,
those.
100%.
100%.
And because of the fact that we were able to talk openly, and they possibly train or they don't train, but they share the same emotion as a child, it was really a good feeling to be able to talk to another parent and have that sharing. We're competitors.
Yes,
And we share gyms together, we train with our kids together, so it's very
100%.
nice.
Yeah, if you want to engage in a positive manner with another parent, with your opponent's parents, cool. Just, if it's going to be negative at all, please do not engage.
Well, the other thing that happens for us with our fight team, there's not many gyms around this area. We don't actively train with them
Right.
in other capacities.
Cross-training happens.
All the time. And same thing. You go out. Most of our kids right now have friends that they've met in competition and actively go to and from and train at different places.
Yeah.
So what we don't want to do is, because of one individual or the like, is to suddenly have those relationships destroyed simply because of they felt a bad call in a match that the reality has nothing to do with our success in any other walk of life. Sorry, world championships do not exist for kids. That's a fallacy. Okay?
The kid he beat in the semifinals came back to root him on in the finals. Zayla, how many friends have you made on the competitions? You've had a couple, yeah, 4. Yeah, she's got some really good friends that she stays in contact with after that she competed against. So it doesn't have to be this adversarial thing.
Train with the best.
Yeah.
And they all stay, like, if they're not competing against each other, they'll stay and they'll cheer
They'll
on
cheer each other on. Yeah. Trust in your coaches. You bring your kids to us for a reason. Okay, we have a lot of competition experience. Probably 30 years?
Oh, easily.
At least 30 years of competition experience. Both of us have competed a lot, and we have coached a lot. So trust that we know what we're doing, and that we have your kids' best interest always. Okay? Number 1 is their safety. We'll never compromise their safety for a gold medal.
Never.
Ever. Okay? Number 2, we're gonna try to make sure that they get a fair shake, that they get the best opportunity to compete in a fair environment. As much as we can. That is also your referee's job. You can't look at the referee as an adversary. The referee is there, number 1 is their safety. I've been referee, he's been referee, and I am not gonna watch a kid's arm get broken because they're really flexible. You just don't know my kid's
Yeah,
flexibility.
you're right. I don't know your kid's flexibility, and I don't care.
I am not gonna feel bad because your child got their arm broke because I didn't stop a match when I should have.
In competition, especially at the kids' levels, there are 2 majors that happen. If you don't want a referee to stop the match, do not let your arm get extended in an
No.
armbar, period. That's your job, not their job.
Do not let your hand
You're
break.
fighting the armbar here, they're not gonna stop the match. The moment the arm starts to go out
They're
here,
gonna stop
they
the
will
match.
tap for you, they
Yes.
will do it a lot. Same thing in the Kimura. If they grab the arm and the arm is in front of the body and you don't want the ref to stop the match, then don't let it go behind your back. It's literally that simple. Okay? But it's not their job to know how flexible your kids are. It's not their job to know. They know where the danger points exist, and especially in the kids' divisions. They will step in on a heartbeat. I will back them 100% of the
We will
time.
never argue a referee stoppage for safety, ever. So don't come crying to us saying, my kid's really flexible, he's been in that position a million times and escaped.
Now, the one part the refs tend to not stop very quickly are the chokes.
Yeah, they'll let the choke go a little longer.
They'll let the chokes go, they'll let your kid try to fight out of it, but when it comes to the breaks, they tend to stop the matches. But they're clear indications. When the arm starts to extend out, they try to jump in before it hits hyperextension.
Once it breaks the
And when
plane,
they grab the kimura, once it breaks the plane of the hip, they tend to jump in to stop it very quickly.
yes. So,
All
Yeah.
the time.
it happens.
To the point where, especially at your guys' age levels, guess what we start to train for? What matches get stopped the fastest? Arm bars and kimuras. Matthias had a dude in a rear naked choke for like 3 minutes and 50 seconds. That match went on, and then Matthias burned his arms out, and ultimately then the kid spins in, we lose on points. Okay, change it to an arm bar,
That match would have been stopped.
that match was done.
Mistakes happen. Referees are not infallible. If it is something we can argue, we will do it in a very polite, proper manner, if it's possible. If it's not, there are going to be mistakes that are going to happen. Occasionally, you're going to get a bad call. It is part of the game. There are going to be calls that go in our favor too. It's just the way it is. Please only positive cheering. Listen, these are kids. I've had a parent come up to me and go, my daughter's going to be the next Ronda Rousey.
Cool story.
Cool story. She's 7.
I'm
Calm
not
down.
even sure she trains anymore. I mean,
That parent we had to ask to leave eventually because she was just too much. It was just too much. Love the daughter, but
well, like I
because
said,
the parents,
I don't even think the daughter trains anymore. I
No.
think she burnt out.
I think she burned around.
Because she got pushed too hard.
But listen, they're kids. You got to remember that first and foremost. They were kids. You get excited with, these big old medals and the pomp and circumstances of tournaments, but all from the square root of it, they're your kids. They're kids. They have to have a positive experience. And if you're like, you did terrible today, what are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Do you think they're having a positive experience? No. Rather than, hey buddy, great job. Listen, we got some stuff to work on. Let's talk about it tomorrow with coach. Let's look at the video. We're gonna figure out what we can do better next time.
So
That's a
legit,
better
these are
approach.
things we've heard. You didn't win today, you disappointed me. Tonight, you're gonna do this amount of push-ups, this amount of sit-ups, and this amount of arm bar drills because you lost.
Please don't do that. We want your kids to enjoy competition. If it's not fun, what is the point? It has to be fun for them. It has to be enjoyable for them. It has to, for them to gain the benefits of it, they have to like it. And if you are pushing them to do something that they need to want to do it.
Well, the other part is, it's scary. It's scary. Unless you stepped out and put yourself into a position where you knew another human being was going to do their best to hurt you, and you haven't felt that butterfly in your stomach, and you haven't felt how that causes you to hesitate sometimes in your decision-making process, or you're literally fearful to the point of almost anxiety because you're looking at an opponent that you know is better than you, stronger than you, and you're more than likely going to get your ass whooped in that match. If you haven't felt that, don't put that on them.
Yeah. All right. We'll get less heavy now. That's just super important though, because like I said, we want a positive experience for your kids, ultimately. All right, so be on time and prepared. Okay? Be at least 1 hour before either check-in or your match time. Depending on the type of tournament you're going to do. So we'll talk real briefly about the type of tournaments. Okay, in-house tournaments can be easy peasy. You're going to come in at 8 a.m. We're going to group them. We're going to build our brackets and we're going to rock and roll through it. Okay, Kiwis are going to go first and we're going to go up to age. So the teens will be last. There are some, Naga, New Breed, and some of the others, any of them that use Smooth Comp. Okay, you're going to look at your bracket the night before. They're going to say, be here at 8 a.m. to check in. You may not compete till 3, 4 o'clock. And that could change drastically.
Now, first part. Again, we raised our hand earlier. We talked about commitment, yes? So when you sign up and you go, this is my belt and here's my weight, and you want to go Why don't these tournaments run well, and then you show up the next day, and you're not in the weight you're supposed to be, and you want them to change your brackets and things of that nature? Guess why tournaments don't run well? Okay? They don't run well because of people not meeting their commitment when they said, I'm gonna show up under 95 pounds. They show up weighing 98 pounds, you're not gonna go into the under 95. Now they have to change the brackets of the other division to put you in, and you are one of how many people? That's first and foremost why most tournaments don't run well. Or they are sticklers to the rules, and you don't make your commitment, you are disqualified and not allowed to compete.
We do not recommend kids weight cutting. So please put them in their proper division, reasonable, realistic weight class. You can usually change up to a couple days before the tournament. So usually you can put them in a division and maybe they had a growth spurt and you're like, oh crap, this just happened to Noah. Oh crap, he's not gonna make weight. It's just not gonna happen, not without some cutting. We don't want them to cut, that's dangerous. They're too young for that. You can message them, email them, call them, and get that division changed.
But that's ahead of time.
But do please do it ahead of time.
Watch out with the gi, because you have to weigh with a gi if you're.
Yeah, and they give you a, is it 1 pound allowance
Yeah.
with the gi?
Yes, depending on the tournament. Now, Jiu-Jitsu World League is our preferred tournament now, from now on. Because this is what happens. It's so awesome. 1, you have to pre-register. 2, they close registration and changes like 2 days before the tournament. 3, they're gonna tell you what time your division is gonna happen. You get there an hour before, you check in, you warm up, they call you a half hour before. You are, if your division is at noon, between noon and 1, all of your matches are gonna happen. It's like a 3-hour process, in and out, it's a beautiful thing. If you've ever done a Naga or a new breed, you're there all day long. And you keep checking the brackets and it keeps getting pushed
Times
up.
move all over.
It's really
Again,
aggravating, so
but here's the difference though. Jiu-Jitsu World League.
there's no changes there.
Show up day of, and you do not meet your commitment to your bracket, you're out.
So they are strict on it.
Naga, New Breed, and the others, they allow people to make alterations the day of, which is why those tournaments run horribly,
Yes.
because now those times are gonna shift. They made those time brackets the day before, based on all the divisions. And when the divisions change, all those times change. So all of a sudden, you went from competing at 11 a.m. to now either competing at 1:30, or now you're competing at 10. It shifts because of how this bracketing does. World League is more strict. Show up for your division, you're either on or you're not. People complain about that too. Oh, they should have more leeway. No, they shouldn't. We should make our commitments. If we say that we're gonna compete in this bracket at that weight, pick one that works, and run with your bro.
Get there a little early. Lines can be long to get in. Lines can be long to weigh in. So don't try to slide in there. If your division starts at noon and they're saying be there an hour before, don't try to slide in there at 1 o'clock, because give yourself like a 30-minute leeway for lines, security, stuff like that, because some of the venues have tight security and stuff. Check the gi and belt and uniform requirements ahead of time. Some of the tournaments are super loose. Naga, New Breed, any of those, super loose on attire. Jiu-Jitsu World League is a little bit tighter, not by much,
Not
but they do disqualify certain color gis. It has to be decent fit. You have to have a rash guard, shorts with no pockets. That's pretty standard.
That's important for no gi, no pockets.
Shorts with no pockets, that's across the board.
Guys across the board, all tournaments, no shorts with pockets, period.
IBJJF, if you want to go that route, that's the cream of the cream, highest level tournament. We get hands, kids here in Kissimmee. That's the biggest kids tournament in the world. You go through a gi inspection. If you're gonna do that, you need to come see me ahead of time so I can check your gi and make sure it's gonna pass.
We've got one of their little tools.
We have a tool that the checker, and we can tell you if it's gonna pass or not. Don't get there day of and go. Because
On that though, the colors, like.
the
that-
color,
that's-
yeah, this is not gonna, this one wouldn't pass. I think because of the embroidery, I think the embroidery and the tabs. I wouldn't risk this one, I don't think this one would pass.
So IBJJF is the most strict of all.
Yeah,
You can only wear 3 colors.
white.
And they have very strict
Blue.
as far as where embroidery or patches or the like can go on the gi.
Yeah.
Jiu-Jitsu World League is
They
very
just
cool
changed
thing.
it too, so any of our old school gis do not pass.
Yeah, because you can't have that patch.
Can't have a patch on the leg. So any of our new gis will have a patch on the thigh, but any of our old school gis won't pass, unfortunately.
Depends on how far it is from
Because
Chicago.
they keep changing the rules.
Yeah, you'd be fine.
We talked about being on weight. Make sure your nails are trimmed. They won't let you compete till you trim your nails. A lot of them have like nail trimmers tied to the fence that you can use, but try to have your nails trimmed. Make sure your hair is up. Your hair can't be in their face and in your face. Make sure no jewelry is allowed at all. Like we had one competitor adult had a tiniest little nose ring here. She couldn't take it out. She had to tape over it, and even then they were kind of sketchy about it. So no jewelry. Bring water and snacks if the venue allows. There are some venues that do not allow you to bring any food.
No.
They'll let you bring in water. They'll always let you bring in water.
Again, it's not the organization that
That's the
has the
venue.
restriction, it's the venue. So when you go to Silver Spurs, it doesn't matter if it's World League or IBJJF, people complain like, IBJJF, they suck, because they won't let, it's Silver Spurs Arena
Yeah, they're very
that
strict.
won't let you bring it in, it's
Yes.
not the organization. Now, for competitors, you guys can bring in water, no problem,
Yeah.
okay? The competitors can. It's when the parents then try to bring in an extra ice chest and things of that nature, Silver Spurs is very strict on that.
Yeah.
Others, it's the location.
Yeah.
But again, competitors, you can always bring in water, you can always bring in a light snack, things of that nature. They'll hardly ever stop a competitor from doing it.
Make sure your registration is complete on time. Double check like a couple days before the tournament. If you have questions on how to do that, just come see me or Tamara's really good at it too. She can help you out with that as well. Be prepared to pay spectator fees. Almost all of the tournaments except for IBJJF charge a spectator fee. It just is what it is. Sorry, it's part of the okay. Win or lose, if you place top 3, I don't care how pissed off you are, how upset you are, you will go to that podium, you will accept your medal, and you will take the picture. Because it's not fair to first place for them to be the only one on the podium. They want that picture. If you were in that first place position, you want those other people there so that it doesn't look like you were the only person in the bracket, right? You want the full experience, so don't take that away from people.
One same thing, you win that gold, do you want them doing that to you?
Exactly. All right, rules. Every tournament's different. Know your rules. So each tournament can have different rules and scoring criteria. Look them up beforehand. All of them have websites. All of them list the rules in detail. And it's different for each age group, so make sure you're looking at the age group. Basic rules across the board. Okay, basic rules that I haven't seen not in any tournament. Good sportsmanship. Clean gi or rash guard shorts with no pockets across the board. Trim nails and hair up. For youth, no leg locks or reaping. Teens, sometimes they'll allow straight ankles. Just depends on the division. That's where you
I
gotta
think
check
it
the
for
rules.
Enzo.
No hands to the face. No wrist. Now, this is fine. This is not. No wrist locks. I haven't seen a kids tournament that allowed wrist locks. No neck cranks. I haven't seen a kids tournament that allows full neck cranks.
Actually, most of the people here, you're not even allowed to do guillotines arm
Correct.
in or arm out because those have a pretty good neck crank that goes with
Yes.
them. You're not allowed to do a triangle where you pull down on the head because that's considered a neck crank.
Yes.
So
So even your chokes can be limited depending on the tournament. No slamming. So you can't be locked up in a triangle, pick them up, and go UFC
So,
style.
so we talk about this all the time, especially in the MMA group. It's really not what is slamming, it's what slamming is not, okay? Noah comes in, shoots, does a beautiful double leg takedown, and his opponent lands maybe shoulder or flat on his back and gets the wind knocked out of him. That is not a slam.
That's a takedown.
That is a takedown. That was a very good takedown. Okay? Slamming is one, there is no intentionally trying to injure anybody in a takedown.
So no spiking them on the top of their head.
So turning them to where they go head first would be considered slamming. Picking them up and looking like you are now deliberately accelerating them into the mat But like simply stepping in, grabbing their legs, turning them, and we hit the mat, and he's got snot bubbles coming out of his nose.
That's fine.
That was not a slam. If they're going for a submission, like an arm bar or something of that nature, you cannot pick them up to then use the floor to try to escape the move. That is also slamming. But what happens is, for a lot, kid will come in, hit this beautiful takedown that does have hard impact, but it's not slam.
No.
It's just a good throw.
No hitting or kicking. No hair pulling, fish hooking, all the usual terrible things. No scissor takedowns. Usually not a problem in the kids' divisions, but it's just dangerous. It blows people's knees out.
Now again, no hitting. Okay? Guaranteed, if you haven't competed, you're going to claim that your opponent was hitting you in probably your first match. Okay? When I'm going for an arm bar and my leg is kicking you in the face with the back of my calf or the back of my hamstring, that's not hitting. Okay? But you're going to claim it is.
It's gonna feel like it.
It's going to feel like it. Okay? But that's a difference that's going to happen between like regular class play, where we're deliberately going at a much safer pace, versus competition. In competition, again, as long as I'm not literally kicking you in the face or hitting you, it is not hitting if my leg comes over and goes a little abrupt into your face on the way to an armbar. Okay? My first match, when I came in, we do knee on belly. Okay? I'm a white belt going into my first absolute division. So now I'm going up against the black belt as a white belt. I go in, I get taken down, that dude hops up and starts going knee on belly. Okay? I have fought bare knuckle, I have fought a whole bunch of different times, and I'm sitting there looking at the ref going, he's knee striking me. Okay? And the referee's like, cool, 2 points. And I'm like, all right. Okay? Because that heavy knee on belly was not a strike.
Generally,
That was just placing with authority.
yes. Generally, no flying techniques for kids.
No jumping.
No jumping. Blows their knees out. Just don't do it. Okay, ways to win. Submission. Tapping out. Now, tapping out can be verbal, physical, crying. If your child starts crying in the middle of the match, the ref's going to tap for them. Okay?
Not always, but they could.
They could.
The option is there.
Or just saying a loud vocalization like, ha!
That could be too.
That could be considered a verbal tap.
Yes.
Or if the referee feels they are in danger, the referee will tap for them. Like
Now-
you said, we will not argue that. Ever.
Now, at most levels, especially this level, the referees do not want to disqualify anybody.
Yes.
They want to try to work with them. So when a kid's running around crying at a very lower level, it's not going to be an automatic, we're going to take that as a loss.
They're going to try to talk them out
They
of it.
try to work with them the best they can.
Right.
If a kid is doing like leg reaping, okay, at a young level, a lot of them don't even completely understand what that is. So rather than just disqualifying the child, they may come over, grab their leg, pull it out of position, go, don't do that again, and restart the match. The goal in most of the matches, and it gets, as it moves up in age and rank, it starts to become much more locked down. Okay? If I do an illegal leg reap, I am disqualified immediately. Okay? No warning, no, let's explain. I do it, I get DQ'd. This younger group, they do it. Referee's going to try to work with them. They do not want to disqualify the kids if they don't have to. So in most cases, it's usually at the kids' level, disqualifications are because it's kind of egregious.
Yes.
It's a little overboard. Older levels, again, the rules start to change. They get much more specific and a lot less warnings, and they go straight to, because now chances you guys doing something wrong and actually causing injury goes up tremendously.
Yes. So second way to win is points. So if we get to the end of time, we go time, and there's been no submission, it goes to points. Whoever has the most points wins the match. So most, not all, most tournaments follow IBJJF point system. This again, you can look on their website. One of the changes is Naga. Their Nogi has got the weird point system.
They're special.
They're special. So 2 points for a takedown. Okay? 2 points for a sweep. That means going from any version of guard to a top position. 2 points.
That's a major requirement.
Yes.
That's one we get the parents quite often going, why didn't my kid get sweeps? Must come from
A version of guard.
a version of guard. If it's not from guard, it's called a reversal. Reversals are worth 0. So when your kid's on bottom and the other kid's inside control and they bridge their way out, that's a reversal. It's considered to be defensive, not offensive. So it doesn't yield any points. And then when no points go up, people start freaking out, going, how come my kid didn't? Like, it wasn't guard,
So let's do this real quick. Noah, Bentley, come on, real quick.
go side control. Bentley, you don't bother, you're strong. Side control.
Here, come over here so you're in the video. Hey,
Gentlemen.
gentlemen, right here. Right there. Right there, so you're in the video. So people are later like, I don't remember what they said about that.
So Bentley, all I want you to do, hold Noah's head down
And roll
and
it.
throw him over the top of you.
Is that a sweep? No, that's a reversal.
That's a reversal, 'cause it's from
0
side
points.
control. 0 points. It's cool.
Now, Bentley, go into Noah's, full guard. Noah, any
sweep.
any way to get him over. Take him over however you want. This is a sweep. Go into half guard. Roll him over. That is a sweep because it's half guard. Stand up, Bentley. Noah, stay down. Put your legs on his hips. Take him down. From here, Noah. Take him down from here.
Trip him and get up.
Trip him and get up. Get up. This is a sweep, believe it or not. That is open guard. Go to mount. Whoop-a, Bentley. This is not a sweep. This is 0 points. Okay? So this is where rules get a little complicated. That's where we come into play. Stand back up. I just want to go with takedown real quick. So, Bentley, do snap down.
Turtle.
Turtle, right there. Freeze. Is there takedown points yet?
No.
Not yet. Spin to his hip. Now there's takedown points. After he's held this position for 3 seconds. And it's not a normal 3 seconds. It's like a
It's a
1,
magical 3.
2, 3.
Sometimes
feel like forever.
Sometimes that magic 3 seconds literally is done in a fraction of a second. It's not even a full 3.
Do the same thing.
Sometimes it's
thing.
super long.
So good. Do the same thing. Snap down. And if he's going to spin, then I want you to scramble out. 1. No points. There's no control for 3 seconds. No points. Kind of make sense? All right, cool.
Now, again, we call it the magic 3. Okay. So, Noah, go mount on Bentley. So Noah mounts. Bentley does not fight. That 3 seconds gets waived. And the referee puts the points up almost immediately, 4 points for mount. If Noah mounts and Bentley fights,
Start rocking and rolling, Bentley.
okay, now 3 seconds becomes a requirement, and that's going to be a long 3.
Yeah.
And if Bentley can escape in that 3 seconds, then the points can go away. But if Noah mounts him and Bentley does not fight
They might
at
not
all,
wait the 3 seconds.
they may just go, yep, there it is, and just throw the points up immediately, simply because he did not fight to resist the position at all. So they'll just put the points up. You conceded the position.
Knee on belly. Okay, this is 2 points. If they can hold it for 3 seconds, put your knee down. Nope, no points. Switch your feet, knees. Nope, no points. Go back, be proper. There's your points.
Now here's also where it gets silly. Okay, put your knee up. How many points?
2.
Noah, drop down to side control. Knee on belly. How many points?
0.
0.
Because he volunteered.
Now, hold on.
Go ahead.
Now, knee on belly. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000.
2
2
points.
points. Bentley, shove his knee off. Now, go back, knee on belly. Shove it off. Go back, knee on belly. 1 1,000, 2 2 1,000. Get knee on belly.
Get on the end of it.
1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. How many points? 2 more. Okay?
It wasn't voluntary.
It's this little rule that says if you voluntarily leave a position, you can't go back and score more points.
Because they don't want you going, side, knee on belly, side control, knee on belly, and just going bam, bam, bam,
But
bam.
it's a silly game
Yeah.
where if the other person defends and makes you go back, okay, now if you go back, you can rescore. Okay.
Guard pass. Guard pass is worth 3 points. That is starting from any version of guard. So that's half guard, that's butterfly guard, that's open guard. And he gets past the legs to side control, north,
Pass to
south,
south. Or pass to side.
knee on belly, mount.
1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. That's 3 points. Okay, go north south. Okay, so if he passed and went to north south instead of side control, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. That's still a pass. Okay. Now go to pass, but go to knee on belly. Go back to his guard.
Pass knee on belly.
Pass to knee on belly.
Just go standing pass, it'll be
Yeah.
easier. Just standing pass.
Stand up.
Stand up. Do Toriano. Toriano to knee on belly. Okay, or that.
1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. Now, passing, stay. Passing is a motion that needs a position to secure itself. So the pass is worth 3 points. But how much is the position worth? Knee on belly is 2. So it takes the same magic 3 seconds to secure the pass as it does the position. So right now, Noah would get 5 points for that pass. If you were to pass directly to mount, it would be 3 points for the pass and 4 points for the mount, so he would get 7 points immediately.
Now, go back. As he's going for his pass, Bentley, go to turtle. Pass. Bentley, go to turtle.
No points.
No points.
No pass.
No pass, no points. Yeah, no problem, guys. We'll have a video up too so you can watch. Okay.
Now, this also happens all the time. Go back down. Pass to side control. 1 1,000, 2 1,000 mount. So the magic 3 did not happen, so no position's been established. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, upa.
There's no pass points, there's no mount points. Because he didn't hold the position for 3
He didn't
seconds.
hold any single position for the magic 3. So ultimately, the pass was never established. He never got mount. And ultimately now he's sitting in a bottom position with no points.
Yes.
And this is where a lot of arguments come in. Coaches and everybody's gonna be like, why didn't we get
You'll be
X?
like, where's the 3, Ref? Where's the 3?
So
Happens all the time. Go to mount position. 4 points. Go to technical mount. This is still mount. 4 points.
now, technical mount and mount are not two different
No.
points.
That's just mount.
If you have mount and go into technical mount,
That's
you
the
don't
same.
get 4 more.
No.
But if I can land in technical mount, it still counts. So I can get 4 points for this position, even though Bentley's shoulders are not on the ground.
Now, go into mount, but Bentley have your arms under his legs.
Double unders.
This is not mount. That doesn't count.
Silly.
Seems silly, but it's not mount. No points. Go back control hooks to see though.
Go back take, but put both hands on top of the shoulder.
Yeah. No points.
So he's got both hooks in with his legs, but he needs one underhook
On
with
the
an
arm.
arm. Now that would be 4 points.
That's 4 points.
2 hands on top, no
No
points. 1 hand underneath, 4
4
points.
points.
2 hands,
2 hands underneath. 4 points.
4 points. Cross your ankles.
0
No
points.
Doesn't matter what his hand positions are. Crossing ankles does not secure the back. You get no points.
Go back now.
Put belly down.
Belly down.
And just, yep.
4 points.
Even though his feet are not underneath, And even though he does not have a hook with his arm, because Bentley is completely flat and belly down, this is considered to be back mount. Okay? This used to be because this is where people would try to stall. Like, as long as you can't get your hooks in, you can't score your points. So we're like, well, this is dumb. Like, this is getting your butt whooped if you did this in real life. So if you hit this position, this is different than back control. So right here, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4 points, grab on and roll over, hooks in, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000,
4 more points.
4 more points, because they are considered.
Call
to be
that a
different
rotisserie.
Yeah.
Brazilian rotisserie. All right, so in essence, points are complicated. So you may think your kid got screwed, but not really. You have to understand the point system. That's where we come in. Lots of experience, understand the rules. If we're not arguing, it's probably not arguable,
Or not worth arguing.
or it's not worth arguing over. So some organizations will have advantages. So if the points are even, so no submission happened in the time, points are 0-0. Then we go to advantages. Some, not all.
Of all the locals, I believe it's only IBJ.
IBJJF, yeah, 'cause I don't think World League even does it. Yeah, I think just IBJJF does it. No, I think Naga or Newbury, one of those guys is an advantage, in the geek only in the geek. So when they do this, that is one advantage. That means it was an almost point. Super weird, right? Almost point. They almost got the points.
They're only for tiebreakers, that's all they're for.
Yeah. So we're not even going to go into detail on that. Just if there's advantages on the board, it's an almost point. They almost scored, but they didn't. Penalties would be the last. So if it's 0-0-0-0, then whoever has the most penalties loses.
Now, penalties. If it's a really bad penalty, it's a disqualification.
Immediately.
Even on the first one.
Yeah.
If it's really bad, okay, it's a DQ. You're done. Okay. Now, there are levels to disqualifications. There are disqualifications where you just lose your match, and there are disqualifications where you are done for the day.
You're out.
You may be done for that organization, depending on the level of the DQ. So most DQs, you did something you shouldn't, you're just
Lost
done
the
for the match. You lost
So
the
you
match.
may, if you have another division, you can still hop in that other division.
Correct. Really bad ones, you're done for the day. So if you were signed up for another division, you're out. You're not going to do that one if the penalty's that bad. Okay?
Some penalties will lose you points.
Okay? And then some, when they're really bad, you could get banned from the organization, or entire teams get
Yeah.
banned from organizations, or even trespassed from the location. We've seen that.
Yeah.
Now, penalties that you can get. If you're not fighting, call it
You're stalling.
passivity.
Yeah, passivity or stalling.
Right. That's a penalty. So, let's say Noah, on your back. It's Bentley's job to pass his guard.
So, but say Bentley's up on points, and he's like, I got a minute left. If I just hold him here, I win the match.
Or let's say you just get up and walk away.
Penalties. Stalling.
Now, it's not going to happen super fast,
No.
but we are there to compete. We're not there to run around. That's why we say all the time through here, if you want to go do track, go do track. But if we're here, let's get after it. In competition, passivity or stalling is going to be a penalty. Do it once, no big deal. Do it twice, typically no big deal. Do it 3 times. Now your opponent gets 2 points in most tournaments. And when you get 4 penalties and they are cumulative, it's a DQ.
So some other things that you can do when you're stand-up. This is fine. This is fine. This will get you a penalty. You can't slide inside the sleeve or the pants. That'll get you a penalty.
Mainly that's trying to keep your fingers from getting
Yeah, try to
broken.
keep your snapping fingers.
But again, penalties are cumulative.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter necessarily why they happen. Really bad ones, again, they get you DQ'd immediately, but the other ones that are kind of the low-level ones, okay, they accumulate. So if, like in my case, my division gets a lot of stalling calls.
Yeah.
Okay? So if I've already got 2 stalling calls and the other guy's got 2 stalling calls, what happens later when I make a grip inside of his gi?
He
That now
gets
that's
2
a
points
penalty.
against him.
That means my partner gets 2 points. That could have just affected my match. I could have just lost. Or what if that was my 4th penalty? That's why I was a little afraid when I was at Master Worlds and I won, and I'm walking around and I look over and I see the ref standing like this. This means penalty, okay? This means DQ. This means penalty. But I already knew I had a couple penalties against me. And I'm like, oh no, I hope I didn't just get my win stolen from me.
Because he stepped just outside.
I went out of bounds.
Out of bounds. All right, so I know that's a lot to process, but just so you kind of have an idea of the general rules. Now for our little in-house tournament, we pare down the rules a little bit. It's not as, we're not going to throw penalties up, stuff like that. We're gonna warn them and talk to them through it. After that, if everything's 0-0-0-0, referee's decision. They just have to decide who they thought did the best job. And that, it is what it is. He just gets to decide.
Right.
All right, I know we've been here a long time, I'm sorry guys, we'll try to speed up the process a little bit. Preparation, registering for the tournament, usually through the organization's website or through SmoothComp. If you're doing IBJJF, you have to get an annual registration. There's an annual registration fee. They're very strict on the belts. There's a whole system to it. If you're interested in going that route, please talk to us because there's a whole process to it. We offer coaching at select tournaments. We used to go to all of them.
There's almost a tournament happening every weekend. Almost.
We had to decide that we needed a life, so we are selecting certain tournaments that we are offering coaching at. The in-house tournament we're offering coaching at. Jiu-Jitsu World League in November. Most of the Jiu-Jitsu World Leagues we're going to offer coaches at because we really like that tournament. One, it's double elimination.
Kids are guaranteed 2 matches in every division,
Yes.
regardless of competitors. There's always going to be at least 2 matches.
Correct. That's the other thing. If your kid is competing and they lose a match, don't leave with them until you check in with us first to make sure they're done. Because they may not be. They may
Bigger.
still be in the running for 3rd place.
Bigger tournaments, IBJJF, they are single elimination.
It's one and done.
So generally speaking, if it's a big bracket, they go in, they lose, they might be done for the entire day.
Jiu-Jitsu World League's not like
Jiu-Jitsu
that.
World
You
League
get
is
at least 2.
guaranteed 2 matches no matter what.
Another reason why we like that
Guaranteed 2.
So look on the board, we'll always have, if it says coaching next to it, that means we've committed to be there to coach.
Now, we always tell people, you're more than welcome to go to any tournament and the like. Just know that depending on the tournament, we may not be there or we may not have a coach available to go to
Correct.
that tournament.
Yes.
But people are always welcome if they want to try to get more match experience. I used to pay Christian all the time to, there's times in certain weekends, like for wrestling, I'd get him to 3 tournaments, in a single weekend just to get matches and experience.
Understand some of the higher level tournaments also, guys, they'll put a cage around the mats and only authorized coaches that have wristbands are allowed in. Lower level tournaments, it's a free for all. It's crazy. But the chair is reserved for the coach. So if you want a video and
Now-
you can get in,
Now, some tournaments,
but
if a coach is not readily available, they will wait so that a coach can come over and be there.
yeah,
But the moment somebody
Sitting
sits
in the chair.
in that chair,
they're gonna start the match.
okay, it's go time.
So if we say we're coaching 2 other kids and your kid's up, if they don't see somebody in the chair, they'll go, where's your coach? And they say, over there. They'll wait. But if a parent sits in the chair, go. You're now their coach.
It's go time now.
So be careful sitting in the chair. Training, increased frequency, intensity of training leading up to competition. Competition team trainings are Fridays at 5:30. We just get a lot of rounds in during those.
Now-
In classes, choose partners that are going to challenge you.
So this goes for the kids. You all just raised your hand earlier and said you want to compete. Yes? Yes? So put that hand back up. You want to compete, put the hand up. Okay? So we have all just made the agreement right here, right now. Do we work harder in special competition trainings?
Yes.
Yes. Do we also work harder in class?
Yes.
Okay? Because once you say, I want to compete, and then we say, this is the tournament I want to do, every time you train is now competition training.
Pick partners that will challenge you. If you get the partner option, like the bigs a lot of times get to choose their own partners. Littles is a little bit different. Pee-wee's is different. But if you get to choose your own partners, pick partners. Do not pick your rest rounds. You know what a rest round is? That's picking somebody you know you can dominate so you can just rest
Right.
through the round.
Don't be the restaurant for somebody.
Don't be the rest
Because that means weak sauce.
round.
But at the same time though, if we say drill arm bars, okay? If you say you want to compete, you should be doing more than everybody else. By the time we say go, within 1 minute, this is just it, just on an arm bar, you should be able to get at least 10. And if you're gonna sit there and tell me that you're putting in the extra effort and you've only done 4, you didn't put in the extra effort. On average, you could do 10. Okay? So you should be shooting more for like 15, trying to go above and beyond. And this is where it said, the actions and your words. We just put our hand up, didn't we? Okay? How many only did this? Okay? Are you committed? Or are you not?
We're committing our time to be there for y'all. So we do expect some effort out of y'all. We could go to the beach on Saturday instead of go to the competition. But we want to be there for you, but you guys got to put the effort in. All right, guys, everybody over here, we're done with the talking points. Let's get some matches in real quick. Let's go.
Warm them up.
All right, guys. Yeah, go. If you need to use the bathroom, now's the time.
Yeah, warm them up real quick before we start.
All right, guys, just real quick, let's do a real speedy warm up. Line up right here.
Hustle.
Hurry. Let's go. You have these, put them on. Okay, if not, you'll do no-gi matches. All right, run. Go. Run. Continue the shot, go. Let's go. Come on, sweetie. Huh? Just follow exactly what they're doing, right? Yeah, just follow along. All right, one sprawl per line, go. Go keep each other in the head. All right, guys, come on over here real quick. Back here in the middle. Okay, so this is about that. So generally, at a tournament, you have a table. And you've got a monitor here with the score. And you have people sitting behind you that are your scorekeepers. And then there's a chair here, and there's a chair there. Those are the coaches' chairs, right? Right? Those parents, those are the coaches' chairs. Sometimes they keep that separate and you have to be behind a fence.
Sometimes it's nasty.
Sometimes it's chaos. I hate those. We have to fight our way in to get to the chair. We're like, oh, I'm coaching this round. Get on my way. All right, so what's going to happen? So let's go Noah and Bentley. You guys are up first. So they're going to stand behind, stand on the blue dot. So they're going to stand over by the coach's chair. And they're going to wait. Because sometimes the refs talking in or doing whatever. They're just going to wait there. They checked in at the table or they called them
Now,
up.
generally speaking, they're both in black gis, so one of them has to wear a special belt.
Yeah, it's usually like yellow and green. It's god awful.
Right. It's just so that the referee can tell them apart when they're entangled.
And you just put it on top of your other belt.
Yes.
You don't take your other belt off. Okay?
But you will know ahead of time, so immediately, whoever has to, you put that belt on,
Yeah.
okay, in anticipation of being called out. We don't
Correct.
wait.
Correct.
Now, what did we say earlier? Who was the first to shake the referee's hand? Us. Now, here's the part that always kills me. Here's what you guys do. Okay? The referee calls you out. You know, what's your job? Who gets there first? Who gets there first? So why are you waiting for the other guy to go?
Okay, go back.
Because all you're doing, this is what most people do, they come up here, the referee waves you out. You now can go out there. But they'll go like this. Okay? I don't wait for you. Okay? Just like when it comes time for the match, when they say go, I'm not waiting for you.
So the referee's gonna come to the center of the mat, gonna look at you guys, he's gonna go like this. Then it's on. Who makes it first? He's gonna say name.
Now, hold on.
Name.
Now, we come out. We go to the ref.
Immediately. The ref's not gonna tell you to shake hands.
And then we come out and we get ready. My handshake is now done. So they're not going to go.
Don't Don't do that.
No, we already shook hands.
They're gonna double A you
Okay.
next week.
The moment they say go, the match is now legal. So we see people come out all the time, and they're like, hey, now we're gonna slap. Oh! Okay, we already shook hands. That's why immediately when we come out, okay, it's go time now. When the referee says go, my next step is to take you down. It's not to shake hands again.
All right, guys, ready? Oh, got me caught.
Mm-hmm. Because you're waiting to see what the other person's doing.
And then the ref's usually gonna look at the table, make sure they're ready, and then he's either gonna, sometimes they're just gonna say go, sometimes they're gonna say combate,
Sometimes they say fight.
sometimes they say fight, sometimes they say luch. Okay, whatever comes out of their mouth, just go. Okay, but they're almost always gonna put their hand out. Okay, ready? And go.
Now, some matches, this could be most of
Keep
the.
going, okay? 2 points for Bentley.
Okay, now, Melissa held on some of the points. Noah had a guillotine on Bentley. There's a rule in the game that basically says while a submission is in play, that no positions can be established. So at that moment in time, Noah had a hold of Bentley's head in a guillotine. So if Noah would have been able to do something with that guillotine, he might have been able to steal Bentley's takedown.
3. No, 2. For Bentley, though, for Bentley. So he's at 5. Oh, should be special. Keywords for weird positions.
Weird position. What are you talking about? Now, the arm bar that Bentley just went for, in some of the younger brackets, a referee may have
For
stopped.
Bentley.
The arm was completely straight. In an older bracket, a referee will let it go a little bit further. But in a younger's bracket, that arm gets caught out, they'll step in and call it. They won't wait for the kids to tap.
Auto. Let me stop. And then they're gonna go back to the spaces that they were in originally.
Keys immediately.
Take your keys immediately. Come back.
This is one of the reasons why it's important for you guys to learn how to tie your belt. Because I'm not running out there. I'm not allowed to run out there to fix your key in your belt for you.
Okay, shake hands. Usually I shake the referee's hands at this point. And go shake
Then
their
go
coach's
shake their
hands.
coaches. Now,
So the opposite, the opposing pretend. Just like there's a coach there.
in tournaments,
Bentley, no, you're not shaking your own coach's hand, you're shaking this guy.
so in tournaments, if my gi comes undone, okay, unless the ref tells me to, or like in a separation, at the end of a match, always fix it. Don't wait for them to ask you. Okay, because again, is the match over? What if it is based on points? You didn't sub them. And you're sitting here just taking your sweet time, putting your gi on, and then you turn. Because you were taking your sweet time to fix your gi.
In IBJJF, they have 20 seconds. You have 20 seconds per belt. And they do this. They'll go like this. Literally, that's it. They don't even
Now-
tell you to fix your gi. They just go like this. They point to your belt.
Now, for the most part, if it looks like you're doing it, they're not really stricklers on the time. But if it looks like you're trying to gain extra rest or things of that nature, penalty, they'll point to the belt. And again, depending on where you're at, if that was a tied up match, you may have just given your partner 2 points.
Okay, right?
Excessive celebrations, too.
Yes.
Excessively celebrate at the end of a match. Now, again, you may have been up an advantage, and now you just gave them 2 points because maybe that's how many penalties you've had. Now you lost.
Hand signal real quick. Okay, so they're gonna have green and usually green and red bands. Okay, they're gonna. This is points. points, points. This means they're changing their points that they messed
Or
up.
this.
Or this. If it looks like they're waving something away, that means they're waving the points away. They're like, nope, just kidding.
Now, in most tournaments, which hand they do it with tells you which competitor just got
Correct.
the points.
Correct.
So that's why the band will be on one wrist. And so usually the band represents the special belt
Yes.
that they have to wear. Or if it's no-gi, they have to wear ankle bracelets,
Right.
like little
That'll match the band.
and then the wristband. So whichever hand that they lift, okay, so if they go penalty here, whoever matches that
That's who's getting the
wristband,
penalty.
that's the one who's getting the penalty.
That's who's getting the points. That's who they're changing the points to. Disqualification, they'll go like this, they'll point at the belt of the person getting disqualified and do this. That's disqualification. That's what we don't wanna see.
Don't want to see.
Don't wanna see that.
Now also remember, this is jujitsu, right? So don't do this.
You're not fighting.
Okay, this is jujitsu, not fighting. So open hands and be ready.
This is advantage, and usually whichever hand is who's getting the advantage. Alright, ready? Oh, that's high. Chicken.
Hands up.
Come on.
Good. You're very close. This one you pull. Now, recommendation.
Points.
Okay, unless you intend on winning by submission, make sure to secure your positions. Too many times, you guys leave points on the board because you're going from side control to mount to losing everything. Side control, mount, arm bar, and then you lose the arm bar, so you get nothing. Because you're going too fast to guard pass, too fast to side control, too fast to mount, and too fast to the arm bar. Never secure position. There you go, grab his legs, grab his legs. Push, push. Keep going, keep going. And those gis make everything 10 degrees hotter.
There's no points on that one because Franco instigated that takedown. That was the reason.
Be careful, different tournaments,
I know.
that will be too. Are you doing a timer, ma'am, or you just?
I'm just kind of, yeah,
Okay. Up, Franco.
trying to see a couple different positions before I call it.
Now, in nearly all tournaments, with the exception of one, that is Naga, all points are scored on top. There's not a single point scored from bottom. So they can play guard all they want. There's no points that are going to happen from guard. You got to get on top if you want points. Okay? Naga is the only exception, and that's only in no.
That doesn't mean the guard is not dangerous, it's very dangerous.
They are special.
Some of these schools specialize in it.
But if you want points, points will only be scored on top.
Time, auto. Good job, guys. Pitch it up. Nice job. That was a good match. It was a tough match. Now, pulling guard. So, say a person comes up, grabs the gi, and pulls straight to guard. Okay, there are no points there. Unless the other person had instigated some sort of takedown first. That could have been just tapping the leg. Honestly, they could just
Or
tap,
shooting.
or shooting,
And then they pull
or
guard.
because you can't save yourself with a guard or a guard pull. But if it's straight up guard pull, and they have to be in contact, they can't just sit. In most
You're
tournaments.
touching.
Most tournaments. Okay, back to your spots where you started. Good job. Good job. Yeah.
Now go shake hands.
Sorry.
Go shake hands with each other. Shake hands with the ref.
Good job.
And then you go
And
to
then
the
shake
coach.
the imaginary coach's hands.
Yep.
There we go.
Shake hands.
Hey, Franco, that was really good. That was really good.
Stand right here. remember, what's your job?
Uh,
You're gonna go shake
on the
hands
kick.
first.
Because you got in on the leg really, really good.
Shake hands
I need you to
first.
push a little bit more and turn. You
Yep.
were trying to push straight, which allowed him to step back. So if you turn a little bit more, you get those points. Okay? Good job though. Alright, let's go. You want to take your heels off, buddy. Come on, Dominic.
Yeah, take the belt off.
This is a good match for you guys.
And then
This
take
should be a good match. We're just gonna no gi on this match. Now in the gi is fully usable. They can use the collar, they can choke them with the collar. They can do, there's a lot.
So remember, in no gi,
I'm
no
gonna turn
grabbing
this
the
off
clothes.
at this point, I think.
Okay?
I don't wanna use up all my memory.